ADHD sports.
New shade order.
Nice.
And love and memory to the Wolfpack for life, brother. NC State pulled those pants down
Yeah, they did.
and spanked that ass last
Saw a
night.
little bit of that last night. It was I don't want to say surprising because FSU kind of sucks.
It's a bad year again. And Mike, the coach, is saying, we will win the ACC. We will be back. We will dominate.
We's doing a lot of heavy lifting there. I don't know.
We scored 11 points last night against an NC State team that gave up 60 to Notre Dame and Pitt and everybody else that they play. Good job, FSU. I want to thank you for that. I needed that on a Friday evening. I needed that after the week that I had. And it's the little things. State for life. FSU can suck it till you gag. And last night you fulfilled that. So I want to thank you again.
Okay.
How was your week?
It's not been good. I haven't had some good. It's been
Well, I mean, you look great, and your haircut's a good haircut.
Yeah, I'm taking it out on myself physically by like running, which I shouldn't do because my knee's messed up, but I do it. I'm burning.
Not emotionally, like physically, you're running.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm always emotionally running. I've been hitting it hard. I've lost like 8 pounds of fat and gotten about 5 pounds of muscle, and I actually starting to have abs again. And now I'm back to I can do push-ups under the door. Hold on, let me get through. What else you got for me?
No, if you turn sideways and stick your tongue out, you look like a zipper.
Right. Jump around the shower to get wet.
If we tie a string around your waist and run, we'll put you in the air. It's a kite party. What else? Put a shirt on. You look like a coat hanger with a shirt on it as we talk.
Yeah.
But you're getting swelled. I'm a little intimidated. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm sorry for, but I'm just saying that because
like 2 inches out of
easy. Put those guns away, man.
These little
need a license for those things. Well, it's nice to see Bean dating again because he's got his dating body. He's got his Tinder pipes out.
That's funny.
That's sweet. What would you put on your profile? Let me make your profile for you.
Oh God, no! Let's not do that.
Yeah. It says, "I hug left. Enjoy long walks down the hummus aisle of a deli.
Trying multiple kinds of hummus. Yeah,
that's right. Pretzels and avocados. Swipe left. If it bleeds or goes in a smoker, swipe right."
Sports. Not pick on me.
No, who's picking? I'm encouraging you. I want this encouragement. This is what love looks like.
As we bounce around, what do you think of Sanders starting for the Browns? Is he going to be as bad as he was in his mop-up?
If you told me that it was scripted.
Yeah, the NFL's starting to really feel WWE.
Right?
Preach. It really
you beat me to it, man. I had that written down to talk about today. It feels like a work.
It does. And I'll use the Dolphins as an example. No way should they have been that bad. Now, all of a sudden, they just...
Right? You just flip a switch?
You just flip a switch now? And I know, teams always... Yeah, but there's... You got all these different weird narratives. The Eagles, they're winning, but they're pushing all of these.
The Cleveland
it's weird, man.
Is wild because now it's the Sanders show.
And all he did is talk shit for the last 3-4 months, and then he gets in there and goes like 4 for 16.
He maybe wasn't ready.
Yeah. You think you would be if all you did was run your mouth about how...
You should be throwing footballs while the other quarterback is throwing footballs, hoping to be ready to play. He got in there. I mean, Judy had 11 targets. That's a huge number. Don't fast forward to the DraftKings picks for this weekend. But Sanders should, if I told you, we fast forward 2 more days, Wednesday our show, and we come in, and Sanders threw the ball 45 times, had 3 touchdowns, ran for 1, and they won by 14. Would it surprise you that he went out there and popped a cool down and went Super Sanders too?
A little bit.
It's because of the WWE thing. That's
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
how I can tie that in.
Yep.
They're bad. They're bad. It's a dumpster fire. It is an episode of the Kardashians.
Well, no, if you think
every
about it,
week.
people are like, well, I don't want to, who would want to, who's going to get paid for losing in it? But it's like, that's literally, it's like wrestling. How mad is Murray going to be to leave Arizona because his contract was guaranteed? So they're going to cut him and he's going to still have that money. Do you know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah.
starts to feel like, oh, I dropped the belt. Okay. Well, now I'm going to go into this division and work for a belt over here. And there's only one champion at a time.
There's only one, and Vince. They decide who has it, who holds the strap, how long they hold it for, and there's so many people
What's good
back
for
there.
business?
How do you feed them all? So it's gonna be your turn soon. It'll be your turn one day. You got to wait 5 years, 7 years. With the Sanders thing, there's a couple of issues. I can't wait. I might watch that game. Like, I'm intrigued. He was very accurate in college, but it's been too much. It's suffocating. It's all the extras.
I never thought
Won't
he
just
was
let him
that
go
great
play.
in college. And I didn't understand the hoopla where they were covering him second by second during the draft as he fell, acting like they were shocked that he wasn't a first round. It's like, he was never.
No. Nobody here thought that. Nobody anywhere that speaks of.
No, but man, the media loves to push a narrative. Like,
course
is he a
they do.
first day or second day? It's like, man, he's lucky if he gets drafted. That's where his level is.
Right. And that's their job. It is entertainment. People click and
See?
tune in. So do they want to hear about the third string running back in Green Bay, or do you want to talk about the hot take of the day? And that's Sanders for this week. And you got to talk about it. Oh, he's number one. You had during the draft, you had to talk about it because he was the first pick overall. It's going to be. And so everybody else is, okay, here you go, Bean. It's your job today. You get paid $12 million a year to talk about sports. We're talking about Shador and being a first-round pick and how great he is. Go. And so now you've got to have your take. And there's going to be a little bit of, maybe he's not number 1, maybe he's number 5. But it's certainly, nobody was like, he's going to be 7th round. He's going to be 6th round. There was nobody out there. They were all smoking him off because that's their job to do
Yeah.
it. But behind the scenes,
They're like,
good luck. This guy threw against Oregon State and Stanford and Colorado State. Okay.
yeah, and they weren't that good. Anyway,
They were not.
that's why
But he did throw a nice ball.
there were some. I'm not going to argue that and say he wasn't ever good. I
But
just
first round pick?
the Colorado hype they never got me. I mean, Dion, yeah, but you turn in and watch a game and they're down by 10 every week.
You could bet against him, and this, I guess
It was like I didn't understand. Like, and honestly, I thought his brother, who seems like just as much of a
Shiloh?
wonderful person as him, talent-wise, is actually better. But he didn't go draft. He got
he got cut.
and he gets goaded into punching someone, which you shouldn't punch anyone. But I mean, if you watch that play, that back to the feels rigged thing, they let another player do whatever they wanted, and he got no consequences while the other. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's just weird.
You are on a hot streak.
Me?
You.
I don't know.
I speak about you, to you, via the Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, personally, I don't know how.
Yeah, I know.
how long of a hot streak
Because I'm on
you
fire, as in like a dumpster fire. Yeah, because I'm burning.
Look, Bean's on fire. Oh, wait a minute.
Not-
That's a garbage can.
Not the way you think.
The Finns, man.
No, it'd be nice to have 3 weeks in a row without a loss because of the bye.
Didn't you just have them? You've got 3 in a row.
Hmm.
You haven't won 3 in a row?
2 wins, and this is a bye week. So,
yeah, two in a row.
Hey, easy.
2 in a row.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, man. We got college football today. Do you feel that Lane Kiffin is going to say what he's going to do
That guy.
with his future after the Egg Bowl? So after the game today,
I remember. He announced that last week or so. Yeah.
They're gonna say.
And allegedly, right now we have Florida, LSU, and I saw one more school.
It could be.
But everybody is pushing in all the chips. Now,
and they offered him money. Ole Miss said we offered him, a number that was better than Florida and LSU. So it's about prestige, and it's about because you want to play for the Yankees, right? You want to.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I'm just trying to decide if.
And the Gators are that illustrious. Oh man.
As far as name goes, yeah. LSU's that's.
I would win and make my own name if I were him. Stay at Ole Miss. They've never been prominent. They've been good.
Yeah,
but
no, that's what I was going to ask you. I want to get at is he that good?
That's the
because Lane Kiffin wasn't good until he was, and then he was everybody's second coming of Nick Saban.
He's progressive. He's innovative. He's a douchebag.
Oh yeah.
I love that guy for reasons that I don't need to say out loud. I really dig Lane Kiffin. He's a D-bag. Photobombing wedding proposals, going to yoga class and hugging hot chicks and taking selfies before the game, talking shade, throwing shade, NIL money, talking about wide receivers. Oh, yeah, we can't say it out loud because then he's going to go to LSU where they pay people more. He's a donkey, but he forward thinks, and he's an offensive. He's a McDaniels. He's very creative. He does have that.
Okay.
You can't take away his game planning, but he may not be a defensive, coach. He's an offensive coach. If you won there, you make your name there. I made Ole Miss, and that's his whole MO. You think that guy is going to be like, I'll just fold into tradition and prestige that's established with Florida. They won back-to-back. It's Florida. It's not that. Ole Miss, why? Why stay there? If he's looking for the bigger mantelpiece, I would think a win is a win. Win a championship, you've turned the program.
No, I agree with you.
But why? Why go to Florida then? If you could win and
no,
a win is a win.
He's young enough still where you just stay there for the rest of the time you coach, the next 20 years, 25 years, and you just...
If it's not money, Bean, why would you go? Why would you go? Why would you go if you're him?
Even if it was money, if Ole Miss is willing to match or outpay, then what are you leaving
That's
for?
my question I propose.
You're at a SEC school, not a bottom feeder SEC school either. You have a budget. You can go sign players. It's like, yeah, you might not get Florida money to go hunt down players, but you're going to get 90% of that.
Ole Miss is the ugly swan from high school. Wasn't the best. Sometimes went to a couple of parties, but never hooked up and never got hollered at. And then she filled out. And then she got a good job because she went to school. And then she went to the gym. And now she's got legs for a week and a half. And she doesn't need a bra. And now it's right. That's Ole Miss. It wasn't great from Jump Street. The LSU in Florida are the legacy girls whose mommy went to USC, and so did they, and they were already attractive, and the belle of the ball. They were that girl. She was the homecoming queen, and that's LSU, and that's Florida, Alabama, Georgia. They're established. There's what it's supposed to be.
So no, I agree. Then why don't you stay there? You'll get more leniency anyway. They know everybody wants him. He'll be able.
You get to claim it more. If he's an ego monster, brother.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he gets to claim Ole Miss. Like, I did this. If he stayed there for 10 more years and turned that into, if he Nick Saban'd it,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
then he gets to pull it out.
I did that.
Yeah, his bust that he puts up on the wall is going to include a waist shot and lower. You know, he's gonna be like, look at this. This is what I did.
Just a waist shot. It's just
That's
the
him.
legs.
The golden bust.
Oh, that's funny.
Don't act like you're not impressed. I don't know that he goes.
Yeah, I just don't.
His ego should win, but finish with a champion. Look what we can do. Look what we've done. I don't care what you've done. I want to care about what we're going to do.
Yeah, but it's like it's just added stress. All like you said, all for nothing. When people go, yeah, but it's yeah, but like you said, if you're young enough and good enough to do it yourself, then why do you care about the legacy of the other thing?
LSU and Florida are produce from Morton's Market and Publix and Ole Miss's Detweilers. It's to him
Trader
that's what
Joe's.
the public perception. Which one do you want, man? We're way over. We're better over here.
Like,
Stay at Ole Miss. Hottie toddies.
no, I agree.
Stay
I'll
there.
agree.
Stay there.
Where
Did you
is-
win your eliminator pick?
I can't
in
remember
NFL
now.
last week.
We got to start writing things down, keeping better track.
Yeah. We've got the
Yeah.
games that start in a couple of hours with college. NC State does not play today.
No,
We already played yesterday.
no, you're
in-
decked out in NC State gear
in-
today.
Oh, I do. I didn't even
Is that what
even
I'm-
notice.
Is that what I'm wearing?
I wear it when we lose. I wear it when we win. I wear it when we don't even play. But last night was so yummy. Ugh. I had to change my linens. I just got messy. It was so much enjoyment out. I was just eating the win, the dub, like Winston with his W. And so I got NC State win all over the place. I had to sleep on the floor. We got the Rutgers is on the road today against Ohio State. There's going to be some leaners today, and we can talk about the games of value and importance, but Rutgers on the road at Ohio State. Ohio State should walk the dog. Texas A&M, look out for that. They're playing Samford, not Stanford.
Yeah,
Samford.
like in Sun.
That's right. Who are 1-10. It's a church league for real though. I went and looked at it, and it's it's so bad. Like you and I and Mark could put jerseys on and probably compete for a job. They're super bad, and they're going on the road to an A&M team that looked sus last week, and they're going to go out there and prove a point.
54.5 is a lot of points, man.
So many, right?
Holy shit.
They cover that,
You're like, nah.
and they're gonna. That's
The
the
over
side
and under is
schmeckle.
59.5. They're basically being like, it's going to be 60-0.
I like the over. Samford will not score, even on a pick 5.5. They're gonna get down to the 1 after they pick.
And go
They pick
first goal, second goal,
No.
third goal, fourth goal.
It's not gonna. I don't know what would have to happen. An active shooter. I don't know what would have to happen for
How
them
do
to
you-
score without getting.
Not the ADD you hear, but how. I played team sports when I was younger. I did all of that, but I'm just trying to think how you get in the mindset. You're 1-10. You can't do anything right. How do you get up for your season finale? You're not going to a bowl.
This is how you get up for that game. The AD comes down to the locker room right now,
Well, I want to hear this because I'm curious.
and the AD comes down. They're on the road at A&M.
Top 3 team in the country.
100,000 people. The AD comes down. The athletic director of the university comes down and says, "All right, boys, we got on a plane last night that we didn't pay for, and we sat in seats that we normally don't sit in to travel, and enjoyed food, beverage, and hospitalities that are unknown to this program on any kind of a trip. Then we landed, and we took our bags, pardon me, the help brought all of our bags to our rooms, and we ate in a dining hall of the Westin and slept in a bed that would fit 3 of you no-neck linemen at one time, each. And then we came to the game where they gave me, not but just 30 minutes ago, a check for $750,000. So you get a new PS5, and you get a new PS5, and you get a new
Try
PS5.
not to lose by 60.
You
Try
get a
not
new
to lose by
PS5.
60.
You might get a new Jeep. Here's a Jeep for you. You want to get up for this game? Go out there, have a blast. Anybody that gets a first down, I'm going to give 50 grand.
Yeah, because the big schools pay the little schools
They do.
boatloads of money.
It's a cupcake game, and they pay them. In Florida, every team does. Florida used to play Presbyterian,
Oh yeah.
and here's your check. Here's your $1 million.
Yeah, because a few years ago, it's like one of those Division II schools that Florida paid beat them.
Yeah, they did. They did. That was
Oopies.
shame. The cupcake was on the wrong face.
Yeah.
They got the cupcakes and were like, "Psst, watch this." It's like an episode
What do you
of
think
Jackass.
the AD is paying those players?
There's money to be shared.
You know what I mean? Like if you got paid $5 million to play A&M and you're Sanford and you're 1-10, and you go in there and you beat them.
Anybody with an interception's $20,000. Anybody with a fumble recovery
You can do that now, right?
is $10,000.
Because college
Hey, I can give the money to somebody.
NIL stuff, it gets all.
Boy, there's some motivation. That would motivate me because it is the Goliath's first.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're on the plane going.
Oh, we're going to lose by 80 to the guys. We're going to lose by 80.
That's what I mean. Like, how do you get pumped up for that?
We're not going to lose by 15 or 20. We're going to lose
No,
by
it's not going to
80
be competitive
points.
for a quarter and a half, and then finally the skill outweigh our skill. No, it's going to be like they're going to take the ball and score in 3 plays, and then we're going to get stopped, and then they're going to take the ball and score in 2 plays, and then we're going to get stopped. Yeah, it's going to be 28-0 before the second
That'll
quarter.
be something. That is the reality. Everybody knows. It isn't
That's
the
what I'm
rocket,
saying,
oh,
though.
we have a chance. We have a chance.
No,
You don't have a
you
chance.
don't though.
Not even a little chance. Not at all.
It is impossible. You guys could be playing for your lives, and if you lose, it's the guillotine.
Yesterday, I threw a dart at a board. I was playing a cricket
Did
match.
Mark drag you out?
He did not.
You were markless playing darts?
I was.
Whoa, don't tell Mark.
Okay, but
Mark got lost on his way here today. He'll.
I'm ambidextrous. Mark had a night, I think.
I just realized we didn't say anything. He's not.
We did.
hyped
He's
up.
just real quiet
Yeah.
today.
He's putting together a 68 team parlay.
Yes.
He's got his glasses on.
He was playing. Please, somebody help me. I love that guy. I'm going to have to tackle him and hit him with chloroform, and he's going to wake up. It's the Family Guy where they're tied up in the basement. Your TiVo remote, press power, and they just watch the same video over and over again. I don't know what. I can't. Mark, put the phone down. He was playing table tennis parlays, laying tile the other day. 3 teamers for like $50. And I'm like, stop. Just walk into any building with a medical sign on the front and ask for help. Just please go. Go, man. I love you.
Just like we said, if you're gonna just drop $50, go buy a Pokemon cards or something. Give you something that gives you something. Anything.
That is his something. We all have that something, and that's his only joy. I mean, that brings him joy, and it doesn't to me, and it doesn't to you, but it does to him. Last night I was like, dude, bring it down to $10. Bring it down to $5.
And you
know
can
what, I
joy
can't
it
do
up more for longer.
You could buy a new car.
Or go hard and get your Tesla that they give you at $80,000.
I think he's going hard and harder, trying to chase that down. Anyway, so he's recovering from. I got a text from him or from them last night, really late.
He's got a grade 3 parlay sprain. He's got a sprain in his finger. He's got a grade 3 knuckle tear.
A grade 3 parlay sprain. He's bet to bet.
He's got his finger in a cast. It's up on a no parlaying.
I can play with my left hand, coach. Come on. Let's give me my phone. I grabbed the darts last night, and I'm with a couple of people. and kayfabe, and we're playing teams, and I'm ambidextrous. So Mark will tell you, I play all night right-handed,
You gonna switch it up?
and then someone wants to play for drinks. Afterwards you're like, oh, play for drinks, and all right, I'll play left-handed. For 2 drinks to your 1. I'm left-handed, so go up there and just ring. Last night we're shooting, we're playing cricket. So you have to close 20s and 19s, etc. We get down to the bullseyes. I'm such a douche. Hashtag humble. Stay humble, humbleites. I take my watch off, which is on my left hand, and I wink at the bench, and I grab the darts. And my partner says, "That's your left hand." I said, "Yeah, I know." I said, "Good game." Left hand up, bullseye. That's what I needed. We needed 1 more bullseye. And I hear a moan and a groan, and wait, what? And I have 2 more darts. Bullseye again. Left-handed. And then I was like, oh, that's too many. Like, is the game over now? Because I'm just pulling the grandma's boy. Is that good? Did I win?
High score. What's that mean?
What does that mean? Oh, this game is fun. So that happened with darts last night. I was like, man, I channeled my inner Mark. Shout out to Mark and his darts. I think he played darts last night. Maybe that's why he went wide open. I don't think he needs a reason.
No. Nope.
That's been established. Pokemon update. There's a lot of product out there.
They're flooding.
It's flooded. It is flooded.
It's a discouragement tactic. They're only going to do that for this run so that they think they can hype it down a little bit to get recontrol over everything.
They're doing a great job on many fronts. One, so the guy or girl or people can't go in there and grab 30 boxes and clean them out, because that happened for years, particularly at Walmart's. Target implemented, they did it too, and they're like, holy shit, it's chaotic.
I texted you last night. We were on the way back. I can't remember. I had like one of the rehearsals for the kids or whatever. I stopped by Publix. There's a kid in front of me checking out, and he's just got, and it's the new ones, the ones we got at Barnes and Noble, and he's just got, and then he's talking to the cashier about it, and they had like the little cart thing with the boxes on it,
displays
in the plastic thing. Like someone had just brought them out and put them out. I've never seen Pokemon cards ever at Publix. They also had a magazine in all the aisles that had a pack stapled to it, and it's the new packs. So I'm like,
I sent that to Biological, and he's like, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, so maybe it's just here and there.
But I have seen, here and there. I have seen the videos of end caps where it's Pokemon cards. I don't know which Publix decide to, and who makes that decision.
Yeah, it's probably the GM's call.
But I have seen it.
Yeah.
And you make money with it. You stick something out there that's profitable.
And there's no because it's brand new and it's the first time it's ever been there. There's no limit on those. The cashier's 80 years old. She don't care.
The Walmarts used to be Tombstone. It was wide open. It was the Wild West. And now they have an allowance, and it's 2 items or 5, but you can't have. I went into a Walmart Thursday. They allowed 1 big box. I found something with an ETB. I was like, all right, I'd like that, please. And there was 2 of them. So I said, what's the allowance? He said, you're allowed 2 things, not 2 of the same thing. You have to have something different. I was like, wow. So the deterrent is being implemented, and it's great, because now you can go into the store. Those ETBs are gone. The booster bundles are gone probably in an hour, but they're there. And they were there. Mark found Phantasmal Flame ETBs at a Walmart and booster bundles of Surging Sparks.
I think they're doing random time drops now, too.
Yeah, it's different through the day. It's in the afternoon.
The market's going to adjust, though. It's only going to temporarily.
It will.
It's going to bring the value down a little bit, and then it's going to go right back up again.
But why would somebody buy product off of Marketplace or a store when they can walk into a retail shop like a Best Buy or a Target or a Walmart and buy 5 packs? Like, if that's what you want anyway, then you get to go in there, you bring your mom, you bring your sister, your brother, and you can get 10 packs because now there's 2 of you. And that's great. The bigger stuff goes pretty quick, the bigger boxes, but you can still have your opportunity at them. Walmart raised the prices to $60 in ETB from $50, so they're making more money. The packs are $6.44 for
Prices just keep going up, man.
So it is a deterrent. If you're selling it on the secondary market, let's say I was selling those blister packs, those sleeved packs. Now I'm paying $6. If I was selling them at $8, I'm making $2 a pack. Now I got to sell them at $7. So I'm making $1 a pack. So is it worth going in there for $10? Well, to me it is. If I did that times 2 times 4, but that's a dedication of 3 hours of going store to store to make $80. It's a good thing that, I don't do that, wink, wink. And I have another job. I have a job. I wear a shirt and tie. I'm a somebody. But sometimes I can stop for gas, and I can pop in. And that's what we do. Just see what's available. But the market is absolutely crashing. It's flooded, and I'm glad they're doing it. So you stock up on what you can buy, and at some point, that will exhaust, unless they're just printing out. I think Nintendo really has it under good advice. They see the numbers. They know that the line is 300 people deep. GameStop was charging so much for their product. It's like buying it at a card shop now. So there's no line at a GameStop. They're charging $65 for an ETB. They're charging $150.
I hate GameStop as a company. They're terrible.
Yeah, they're not great. Their staff is not great.
No, nothing about them is good.
Nothing. Don't go in there unless you have to. It's like going into a pawn shop. Who goes in there like, oh, man, I can't wait to go in here. This is awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you walk up and get anxiety like, ugh, I feel dirty.
Yeah, you're right. It is I would rather go to a pawn shop if I was going to buy used video games than I would at GameStop.
I found a gold earring in a parking lot 6 months ago. It's in my car right now still. It was run over. It's just gold. I can't bring myself to stop to a pawn shop and go inside. I wear a shirt and tie all day. I'm clean, bruh. And I can't bring myself to go inside because I feel so yucky.
Which is weird because pawn shops fascinate me because I've been in a couple times, different ones, and I'm like, oh, it's like a thrift store that costs way more money.
Black Brian and I had a cell phone store. I opened the second one, and we put him in there. Funny that I bring his name up. I saw his ex-wife at the place last night, at the dart place. I had a day. It is super ADHD. We had a day. I got home at like 6:15. I'm usually done by 4. It was a day. So after that day, I was like, bro, let's get a drink. I don't even drink like that. But collectively, we need something. We had a day. We walk over there, and the girl takes our order. Cute blonde, built right, respectfully. And I look at her like, huh. She makes the drink order, and she comes over with the drink. She says, hey, do I know you? And I was like, oh, man. I didn't want to be creepy or anything, but I was going to ask you that. Like, you look, and she said, Christian? And I was like, yeah, Tanya. You're Tanya. She goes, yeah. I was like, oh, my God. I've known her 22 years, so I've known her a minute. That's Black Brian's first wife. She doesn't look a weekend older than when I knew her back then. I'm telling you what. Well, so I'm like, hey, man, would you mind? Let's get a pic. I want to send it to Brian. Because at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, what's funnier than that, right? Like, imagine we fast forward 15 years, and you see whatever I was with, and you like, hey, Ange, let me get a quick pic. I can't imagine meeting you at a thrift store in Arcadia. What are the chances? Hey, let me send this to Murdoch. It'd be funny.
You'd be like, what the hell?
Right? So I sent that to Brian in the middle of the day, and he's like, LOL, where are you? I was like, man, this is crazy, right? So that happened yesterday afternoon. And then he kicked me knowledge, and I was like, oh. But that's my ADHD thing. We do bounce around.
Yeah, sidetracked just a bit.
We were talking about Samford and how they're gonna get paid today.
Well, that makes
and
sense of how we
and they
got
are.
to where we got. Yeah.
Missouri's on the road at Oklahoma. That's an important game for Oklahoma. There's all of these are important now. They're always important, but now that the standings are out and the playoff seeding,
It's the last 2 weeks of the season, pretty much, right?
you need to win and
'Cause
stay
next week's
winning.
championship weekend.
There's going to be teams that get left out that they control. Miami is one of those teams. Put the gas pedal down. Vatek hired Franklin from Penn State, so he's coming
Oh yeah, I
aboard.
did see that. I wanted to talk about that. Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's coming on, and that's a good hire for them. He's like a poor man's Kiffin. He's a prominent figure. He couldn't win an important game at Penn State. He could never beat Michigan. He could never beat Ohio State. He just lost every time. His record against top 5 teams were like 1-13 or so. It's so bad.
Not good.
And you have to. You have to play him. Those are 2 of the 11 games you play every year. You gotta do your part. I did my part. I did my part. I didn't do shit. That's Penn State. That's Franklin at Penn State. Minnesota is at Northwestern. Gross. Northwestern today. Give me Northwestern. Louisville at MSU. SMU. Boy,
SMU.
sound like I had a glass of Mark. Whew. Taking on heaters. Delaware. That's Joe Flacco, by the way. Delaware for life. So give me Wake. Kansas is on the road at Iowa State. Iowa State should serve hot wings, but I like the over of that game. There's your Schmeckel game. That game could get. I don't know if they spell defense, but I like the over that game. Charlotte, another hot dumpster fire, is going on the road at Georgia. And Georgia is a weird team as well. They can score 40 points in a half, and then they score 6 in the other half. Go figure. But they're top 5. Baylor's on the road at Arizona. And what else? We've got Liberty. Ooh, the Flames at Louisiana Tech. USF is on the road at UAB.
Now, they choked against Navy last week.
They tried to come back. Didn't we say that was the over? USF is another team. It's just over. Always take the over at the USF games. Look at the number. We did talk about that last week. And as a USF, it's the over, and that over poured in. They're not ranked. They were a chance. They were a dark horse to get in the playoffs. And
Not now.
Not now. USC on the road at Oregon. I think Oregon's going to beat the brakes off of them today.
I'm actually shocked that's a 3:30 game.
Yeah. They want to.
I mean, I know it's 12:30 where they're at, but normally that's like a 10 p.m. nightcap.
USC is a paper tiger. They are not formidable. They are not contenders for anything. They're a good team, but they're not even like last year's Indiana that were on the come up. It's USC. Talk about a prestigious school. Man.
They've been garbage for a while, though.
Yeah, well,
Longer than Florida's been off.
Florida was prestigious.
Yeah.
And now they're getting beat at home by Cupcakes. So why would you want to go
Yeah, it's weird.
be at that school that has cupcake filling all over the
Yeah, if you're
place?
Lane Kiffin and you're coaching for, like, let's say, UConn, and you're 10-0, and you've taken the UConn team to the heights that you can take a UConn team to, then I could be like, I can't build a dynasty here because we're never gonna. You know
Chip
those teams.
Kelly with Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean he made that offense. They were not Oregon offense until he got there. Establishes that, puts that program on the map, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna go, and then fills the bed because he got a big paycheck, and then got another big paycheck, and he just left LSU because.
He's just collecting paychecks like Pokemon cards now.
But they wanted to pay the sexy name on the board because he was running a play, I think, every 10 seconds or less when he was in Oregon. They ran plays. They were on a timer. And play fast. Their linemen weren't heavy. They were thin. And he ran a certain program and a style there. If he had just stayed there, the
Dynasty.
talent gets better because they're established now. Remember when Boise State did that? Gonzaga basketball. Do I need to say any more?
Yeah.
Adam Morrison. I hate in any organized sport more than the Yankees, more than any team. I despise, I loathe the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Because
I
the
remember you telling me
Gonzaga
this before,
Bulldogs
yeah.
had Adam Morrison, that porn mustache white boy, who could play in college, by the way. Even played a little bit in the pros. He was a number one pick, going to be the man. But he was at Gonzaga, and Gonzaga was hot garbage. They played Portland and San Francisco State.
They
and
always
Long
made him
Beach
number
State.
12. They were always number 12.
And then they played St. Mary's twice, and then play St. Mary's in the championship game. But they play Portland, Long Beach State, Peppercorn, not Pepperdine. They play the worst conference. And they walk around like, yeah, we're 20-2. Look how awesome we are. And then they get in the tournament, bang, bang, boom, boom, bang, bang, bang. Now, over the years, now they get another Adam Morrison because they were on TV and that's the run that you get. So you get your talent from that. They're like, all right, man, hey, that's the pitch. We were just in we were in the Sweet 16. Don't you want to play in the tournament, kid? How would you like to play in the tournament? We're on TV 3 times a week because we play out in the West Coast. And we're ranked in the top 10 all the time because we play hot garbage.
Yeah.
But we're on TV and we play in the tournament. Don't you want to be on
It's
TV?
a good recruiting thing.
Don't you want? It's beautiful. So Adam Morrison turns into everything else that they had there. Chet Holmgren. They got a lot. And now they don't get bumped in the first round of the tournament every year anymore. Now they're making a run. Now they play in a championship game. And now 20 years later, what started with 1 seed of Adam Morrison talent and television and popularity because they're on TV and they're ranked, they get to use that as a diving board, as a springboard for getting the talent in, and it worked. Boise State did that, right? When Keller was the quarterback and Doug Martin was there and Johnson was there, they had good talent, but they didn't start like that. But who do they play every year? They were playing Air Force in Colorado State. So as long as you didn't lose to one of those POS, then you could lose against Ohio State and still be ranked in the top 15.
Yeah, because that's a good loss.
It's a good loss.
That's what they call them.
And then they play in the Fiesta Bowl. Hey, good job. They do the Statue of Liberty fake play to win the game.
Remember that?
All the stars lined up that year. And now Boise State was a new player on the block, but they weren't formidable, but they were good.
No, they were there for like a decade though of being relevant.
They were. And now
they're back to obscurity.
Now they're not getting that talent anymore because that talent's going
They
somewhere
don't
else.
have the money.
They could spend it if they wanted to, but they don't have it like LSU. They don't have it
That's
like
what I
Ole
mean.
Miss.
Like, it's going to be hard. They have to actually recruit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't necessarily hate the idea of the NIL stuff, because then if you're a really good coach, a really good recruiter, you'll find the people, like a lot more of the diamonds and
you played
rough.
organized sports, and you were an athlete. Getting back into your form now is you're swolled AF.
Yes.
I've been staring in amazement, awe, and
155 pounds of chiseled.
honestly, I'm a little shook. I didn't want to say it out loud, but because I don't like to show.
That's right. I won't hurt you. You're all right.
You are talking about formidable. My God. So, the Boise State, they're not great. So who's this year's Boise State? USF tried to get on the map, but they're better this year. Last year they were on the come up.
They'll probably finish ranked in the bottom 20.
And they're going to play a bowl game that means something to them that isn't played on December 14th.
Yeah, closer to New Year's. Yeah.
Like all the.
Yeah, you
now-
want Christmas week to New Year's, right?
Right. Well, New Year's is the spot. That's the new hotness. It's
But
always.
I mean, like, if you get a Christmas week bowl, it's better than the early December. If you're getting like
oh,
post
for sure.
post
No, yeah,
Christmas
the
Day bowls,
Christmas week, I always took one of my. I have a week of vacation that I'm going to take. I get two, and so my second one I always keep for the end of the year. I work for good people. I get to stretch it out, take a couple of days that I don't get paid for on the back end. and
yeah,
I'll
build a
take-
little.
Yeah, I'll take Christmas Eve through the beginning of the season of the year, January 3. With what I do with I see administrative people. I see people in,
Yeah.
in buildings, so they're not there
You're a
during-
numbers guy.
on Christmas. They're not there on holidays. They're not there. The people I talk to aren't there for that. So why put me on the books and pay me? And there's the honor amongst thieves. Don't pay me for something that I didn't earn. So I'll just take the extra time. Because I prefer my time anyway. That's my get. I work for you, Bean. I want my time. It's not necessarily the money. Look out for me. Give me that day for my boy's birthday. I want to go to Orlando to a rave. Whatever it is I want to go do.
Yeah.
Man, look out for me. And you don't have to pay me. I just want my time. I'm happy with my lifestyle. I'm happy with what I make. I'm not I like to chase dollars. I'm a hustler for life. So that's why I grab Pokemon and anything. I went to a garage sale on the way over here. I just couldn't help
Of course
myself.
you did.
It sang me, and I was like, "Hey, man, why don't you pull over? You
I'm
might
always
find-"
close. As I get older, like I used to like whatever, and now as I get every day just a little older, and I see a garage sale, and I'm like, maybe
And I stop,
I
and
stop.
I'm grabbing and looking at eBay at this plate number, and I'm looking at that. I was like, all right, that's $13. They have it for $4. It's $9. It's $6 on the shipping. That's plus $5. That's my brain
You're that-
every minute.
You're the 21 movie. You're
All it is. They say I can hear you thinking, like I can feel you. My first go round, my 20-year run. She said that. I can feel you. I can actually feel you. I can feel
buzzing,
you
like humming.
humming. Wong wong wong. It's that Super Saiyan aura, and she didn't like that. She didn't like a lot of it.
Yeah, they don't.
Viva.
They don't. Like
Viva.
it.
Para vida. I spoke Spanish yesterday to a lady that did not expect me to speak Spanish to her, and her nose started to bleed. What are you doing? You're super, super white, and you're wearing a shirt and tie with a. It was.
The nose bleeding. The visual is
Yes.
really really funny.
You just-
Like
You go
Uh.
into a room, the door shuts. You say something to somebody in English, and then you turn to her and you lock eyes with her, and these blue lighthouses just pierce through her. Say, ¿Dónde es tu ropas? Yo necesito un más grande, no chiquito. Por favor, mi bonita para vida, mi reina, ayúdame. And she says, and she, and then the nosebleed. She's like, what just happened?
smoke's pouring out of her ears.
And do that in other languages. I have enough in like 6 languages to say hello and how are you doing, or say something that isn't off of a learning app. And there's nothing more attractive to a woman
Hola.
or a man.
Muy bien. Yeah.
Yo soy gigante. But when you tell a girl, and
shit.
here's the grimy part of the show, my gift to you, free of charge, stay humble, humbleites. When you roll up to a girl, because you're swole AF, we've already established this today. You barely fit in that medium that you're wearing.
No.
Everything always looked like you were ill. Like I was worried, like, is he okay? Like, is there something that he's gonna tell me? Is there a bombshell that you're gonna drop on me? Like, I'm sick. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you need some like echinacea? No. I'm sick. Oh, that explains a lot.
And then you have to
So skinny.
pretend like you're
Okay.
shocked. Yeah.
So you're swolled. You roll up to a female at a Publix. All right, you go to wherever that Publix you were at.
Okay.
You go to a Publix, and here comes Cutie Pie McGee, and she walks by you and like, hey, you want to share a smile and an avocado, and leave the avocado? And she's like, cool, but she looks at you and she's like, whatever. She's that girl. You roll up to her, and you say, how would you like to exchange noises and park in bad Decisionville where we can run for mayor. And you get slapped in the face and pepper sprayed. If you roll up to a Latin girl
And say
wearing
the
that
same
same
crazy
outfit,
thing.
and you lean in and you say something that's really cheeky, you get away with it because it's in their language and it's not your native tongue. So when you say, que rica bonita, ¿a dónde es tu sonrisa? Quizás me cuatros? Like, where's your smile? Is it in my bedroom? And she's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And she laughs and you get away with it because she's like,
Because you're a gringo and you're doing the
right?
Yeah.
There's things that you get, so I hear. There's things that you get away with that you certainly wouldn't get away with in English. Or in Chinese or Russian. Say that in Russian to a girl.
It sounds like we've talked about that though before, like on the other shows. Some languages
It's not romantic.
they just have a vibe, no matter what you're saying in the language. Like Russian, you could say the most romantic thing in the world, and it sounds like you're a
Sounds like
Bond villain.
Sounds like a revolt.
Yeah, like you're like, please don't rob me. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Same with German.
That is the least. I took 2 years in high school, and you can't get sexy with that. You
They're
have
like,
to whisper.
hello, Fraulein. You know.
And even the whispers are, "Du bist sehr schön, mein Frau." It still sounds hateful. Everything
serial
sounds like a hate crime.
killery.
Everything. She's like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, please don't ever do that.
Don't do that. Everything's
Dirty talk across the world would be a funny sketch. Like leaning in and saying the same phrase but in a different language.
stop talking out loud because people bite your shit. Isn't that like the greatest idea?
It's pretty funny.
So we bring in women from all of these cultures, and we give them pickup lines in their language and in English. Oh, it'd be right. Oh, that'd be right. That'd be a good.
There's a
that'd be a
million of
good bit.
those. Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
my.
last idea that you had, we were talking about that writing a script. I talked to 2 other people about that dynamic during the week, and they said that you should put that into motion. Like that's a real.
Yeah.
That's more than just a conversation that we had.
No, there's
casually.
a I won't dive super back into it, but there's a path there to do like a TLC style show. You give it just enough reality, like it's real. You're going out there and you're doing the thing, but like, hey, go screw with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've seen those stupid shows, but there's a lot there.
Do you remember The League? This is
Of
what it is.
course.
It's exactly that's what it is. So The League was about fantasy football, but it was also 6 characters' life and lifestyle. It was
How do we not have a reboot of that? They reboot everything. Give me
so
the
good.
League back.
It was so
Da,
good.
da, 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 da. God,
It was so good.
it
Nick Kroll's
really
life was
helped
so hot.
blow fantasy football up.
Of course it
I
did.
truly believe that.
I believe
People
that
are like,
too.
no, fantasy football made the show. I'm like, no. That made you wanting to play fantasy a cool thing.
Don't you see that show? How we envision other ideas for other shows. It's based on fantasy football. We have a Pokemon show. It's based on Pokemon.
But then there's
But
all the
then
other
it's
stuff.
a dude over here getting the hookup.
Yeah.
Selling shrooms and toilet paper around the corner on bulk off of a pallet, and you're like, what? Where am I? Like, what is going on? And then we get into vinegar strokes and everything else, and then there's a little bit of fantasy football. So there's a little bit of Pokemon. Oh, I got to get in line, and meanwhile you're doing
Yeah,
something
this show
nefarious.
fantasy football would normally be the beginning, and then with a football player or whatever in a stupid sketch that would be really funny, like where they
Yeah.
redid the Super Bowl Shuffle,
Yep. And then you go to work.
and then it just
And
goes
then
regular.
I go to
until
work.
the very
and
end.
it's brilliant. That was an angle that I wanted to talk to you about.
That's
Yeah, the league, but with our dynamic.
the Mon.
Yeah, that's perfect. You even got the name now.
The
Don't
Poke,
bite.
yeah.
Trademark. We have
TM.
Sunday games too. We got
Yeah.
a little bit of time. We gotta hit NFL.
We're right. We're doing the thing again.
We are, and that's our thing. But it is definitely a thing. I got a lot.
What point of the fourth quarter, I have to ask, though, 'cause we didn't go through all the college games, so I have to ask, what point in the fourth quarter does Florida decide they don't want to beat Tennessee and then lays down?
Florida could have won that game last week.
Florida won the last 6 games they've played.
They were down 5 points. They had the ball. And DJ channeled his inner Josh Allen with the ridiculous pass.
Yeah, we got to get into the NFL because that made you.
He has the talent. Anthony Richardson had the talent. He could throw the ball a country mile from his knees. He could flick the ball 70 yards. Why can't you make a good – you have to be a gunslinger. I give you that. You have to be the – I'm not scared of it. I'm going to go out there and do it again even if I missed last time. Josh did that his first year and his second year. And then he said, okay, I lead the league in interceptions. I'm not going to win
I got to pick my
the
spots.
important game. I got to pick my spots. I can't go out there and Brett Favre it every time I grab the ball. And Jameis Winston, you can't do it every time you get the ball. You got to pick your spots, and Josh did. And then he cut his interceptions in half. And then he swelled up and put an S on his chest, and he ended up being, the man. So, and then he reverts back to the old Josh this year. Now he's throwing the ball like a donkey. The ball that was intercepted as he's falling down, he's passing like a basketball, two-handed pass.
He's doing things like you said. This is what I wanted to say. I'm going to give you credit. You said he was playing like regress season 1, season 2, Josh. He looked like a rookie.
He did.
I turned that game on after you said something, and I was watching. Like, who is that guy? Something broke him.
Yep. And it was then, a couple of weeks ago, we wrote in our chat that it's a team that I can scratch off of my list of who's going to win the championship. I'm a Josh fan. I don't say I cheer for Buffalo, but I like that team. And, I grew up in New England, all right? But I don't claim the Patriots with all of those rings. I love the Celtics. I can cheer for the Red Sox. I went to Fenway as a kid. We went there a couple of years ago. I like Boston, but that's not my team. I was an Astro fan, still am an Astros fan. And then we got the Rays when we moved down to Florida. They weren't even here yet. So here's the Rays. I love baseball. That's my team. I live in Florida. I got to claim. I was there at the game. I got the Tigers cushion for game 1. I claim that. And I love baseball, so it wasn't me grabbing something that wasn't mine. With the Red Sox living up there, I didn't claim them. I wasn't rocking Red Sox shirts and puffy jackets. And then they win their World Series. I wasn't on that bandwagon. Brady comes through there and wins more than one handful. Didn't claim one of them. I could cheer for that. I liked Tom. I liked the team enough, but that was never my team. You never once have you heard me say I'm a Patriot fan.
Nope.
And if they're winning and winning is contagious and or popular, and how many Aaron Rodgers jerseys? How many Green Bay hats and shirts have we seen over 30 years? How many Patrick Mahomes shirts on someone that is living in Florida or in California? Why? You don't live there. You're not from there. Your family's not from there. But it's success that breeds that stuff. And fair enough. But I never claimed New England. It would have been easy. It would have been fun to cheer for a winner. Having a winner in your back pocket like that every year, whew. So the Astros, it's Glenn Davis. It's Necro. It's Nolan Ryan. I watched Dorn. I watched the old 80s teams. And then they got Biggio and Bagwell and Berkman, the Killer Bees, Luis Gonzalez, Kyle. We had the team. And they got good. And then they got really good. And they started winning. And then they started winning every year. And then they were winning they were in the ALCS 6 straight years. Scoreboard. Win, cheat, whatever. 6 straight years in a series that allows the winner to go to the World Series. So kind of good. And I claim that. Now I got a Biggio jersey. Yeah, 1988. He was in Tucson. Represent, Playboy. I got that card. And he played second base and catcher. He was a catcher when he first came up. And 88 score update. I remember that set. The things you remember. We need to talk about a show in here again as well. We got an event. We got to put that. There's traction to that too. Football.
We're all over the place.
The Josh Allen, the interceptions. if it's broken and we can scratch that off the list. That for me, I literally scratched it off a list.
Yeah.
There's teams that you, and I said that to Biological. We're like, well, because he's chasing it too. He was like, oh man, Josh Allen and I need them to win by 6. I said, buddy, they might lose that game outright. Read the text before the game started. Like, yeah, I was like, hey, if you're putting a gun to my head, did we talk about that game a little bit on Wednesday?
We did.
And I think if we hit the rewind
We
button,
said,
and play
I said
again,
Buffalo. Like wheels could be coming off.
the wheels could be coming off. Houston at home with that defense and the way that Josh has been throwing the ball, and to your point, Bean, he hasn't corrected it. It's broken. It's broken.
Something's happened.
It's broken. Gabe Davis, I think, helped a little bit. He's an old. He's familiar with him. I thought that was great that they picked him back up. Keon Coleman's an a-hole. And
Can you be affording to bench even though you don't have good players, the best players you have? Can you be affording to bench those now when you're struggling? I feel like that's why the wheels feel like they're coming off.
That's why they brought Gabe in, and Shavers, a rookie. He's played pretty well. Josh Palmer's been hurt. I bought his cards preseason. I thought with his ability and Josh's ability, no more Steph Diggs that Palmer would be the guy, and I missed. I was not right. You don't hear that often. #humble. I missed. I missed on the Josh Palmer, but it's something's broken there. He uses Dalton Kincaid a lot. He's hurt, so now what does he have? You got to cross your fingers for 45-yard touchdown runs from James Cook. Keon Coleman doesn't go to practice. He doesn't go to meetings. I'm a cool guy. Cool, man. Why don't you sit down? Why don't you not play this week? And that was last week. And then it happened again on Thursday. He wasn't even close. Sit down, boy. That's what you get. You don't want to go to meetings? You think you're that cool fella? And what's going to happen? 3rd round pick, big deal. He was at FSU, so good in college.
Yeah.
And then he gets to Buffalo, and I watch a video that he took, and I felt earnest care, like, I'm going to be a pro. I'm going to be amazing. I'm going to put in the work. Here I am, and he's walking through the stadium. He's looking around. It's his first time in Buffalo, and he's taking it in. He's like, I'm going to be right. This is good. They made a good choice. I'm going to show them why, and I believed it. And then a year after getting paychecks the way that they come in, he's like, whatever, man. I'm a big man on campus. And that big man on campus got him 3rd round pick. But acting like a donkey and not catching anything, they're going to cut his ass. And then what happens? Now you hope to get picked up somewhere else, but they don't give a flip because you acted like a donkey over there, and they're going to, why? If we're going to deal with a DK Metcalf or a George Pickens, at least be worth the headache.
Yeah, put up the numbers to be worth it, yeah.
And he has not done that. Then that new team that picked you up takes a rookie out of Wyoming that puts in the work and does a better job than you today, not than what you could have done, but today, and that 3rd round pick is unemployed after 3 years. And he spent all his money on that vehicle that he can't afford to park in front of the house that he didn't pay cash with. And it's Antonio Walker from Kentucky Wildcats from the Boston Celtics, where he can't go home because he doesn't have a home that he paid for. And Keon Coleman better someone needs to go talk to that dude. Somebody that cares about
Spirals
players.
quick, man.
I don't care what color you are. They sit down with that guy and say, you know what? Don't mess it up, brother, because you can make $15 million a year, or you're going to go live with mom. In 3 years, you'll be living
or
with
you're
your
going to
parents,
be, yeah.
working at the car wash.
Only so many people get that chance. It's mind-blowing that people act that,
Wild. Jamarcus Russell. He's still spending his money.
Did you see in the Washington Miami game who the 2 players that they flew out to do like how they always, you see who it was? NFL legend, they said, Ryan Tannehill. I was like, why isn't
legend?
I know. I was like, that's a little steep even for a fan of his as me, but I was like, okay. But
I don't mind a little gloss.
No, that's fine.
No.
That just made me more mad though, because I'm like, so he's still involved, he's still doing NFL stuff, but there's the quarterback play we see across the league for the backups, and that dude still doesn't have a job. It hurt. It just hurts.
Yeah, and I think he's probably accepted it by now. He's like, all right.
But
you know.
it's one of those things to me that just doesn't.
What could have been,
sense.
what should have been.
But it doesn't make sense still. Like right now, today, there are people playing that probably shouldn't be
Probably.
starting.
David Mills or Ryan Tannehill. You know, I
You
like
think,
Mills. And he's
like-
the one that I watched that. Everybody watched that game. What did you think about? Did you watch the Houston?
Not enough to judge it.
The first half, he was missing everything. David Mills, it was a good game. And at halftime, the over was almost in at halftime. The defense stood up, but he was missing bad. He was missing really, really bad. Open players. Missing the pass, over, high, wide. And then he dialed it in. But Tannehill comes in and
He's like a more polished Mariota. I mean, he replaced Mariota already once. That's why it's funny to me that Washington went after him. Like, I would have, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever. I don't care.
he was the man. You stroked that guy enough, and rightfully so. Because he was a top 5 and a fantasy quarterback. He was a top 5 regular quarterback. He ran and threw. He was multiple touchdowns every week, and he could run the ball.
We're just talking about narratives. You're right. I just get frustrated. I mean, yeah, he made his bag, yeah, all that, but like, he'll forever be viewed as all right. He was all right, but it's like, but he was really good, and it makes me mad that he got saddled with Joe Philbin in Miami and Adam, where's the nose beers Gase, you know, like. In the 3 seasons that he was healthy, that he played for Vrabel, look what they did, you know? 2 division titles, AFC Championship game, number 1 seed.
That was the last time that they were relevant.
And now Vrabel doing it again with another quarterback with a similar play style. Look at that.
With Henry and A.J. Brown. Sexy, dude.
That's what I was like. Look, A.J. Brown,
sexy.
miserable.
He's so miserable.
Like,
how much does he hate himself? How much does he hate life? How much does he hate going
just throw
and
me the ball,
begrudgingly taking that paycheck every week?
Man, remember when Ryan would throw you those 70 yards in the air touchdowns every week? Yeah, I remember those. Oh, God, I remember those.
You think they sit and have lunch once in a while?
Yeah, you know there's FaceTime chats.
For sure.
You know there is. Allegedly, A.J. Brown used to, like, babysit their kids.
Oof.
Ryan would say, like, 'cause they were, like, buddies. They were, like, buddies. And then that broke him. After they traded A.J. Brown, Ryan got hurt, and that was yeah.
That was the beginning of the end.
Yeah. Like,
that guy had hands. They're
like, why would you get rid of
A.J. Brown? And he had yet to peak, and he was still the man. Like, he was still finding out his powers.
Yeah, but they had an injury-plagued season, so let's blow it up. Let's trade our best player.
Our best player.
Let's get rid of Henry.
Man, this guy's going to be an all-pro. Let's move him.
Let's draft Tannehill's replacement now with somebody who's just not good.
Oh, I heard he plays at Liberty. They're good. Let's take
it's
that
such a
guy.
weird Everything went. It's like it keeps going back to the same thing, but it feels like the decisions that were made there, they don't make any sense. Because the second Vrabel popped up somewhere else,
it's a family-owned business there, and they don't give an F.
It's
We
true.
get to do what we want.
It's true.
They got.
Dallas
I don't
operates
care if
the
it's a woman
same
or
way.
a man. It happens to be a woman that doesn't understand football. She doesn't understand.
No, because you got the Colts owner who's a woman who absolutely understands football.
She gets it. And then she puts herself around people that also get it. But to come down and say, I'm going to do this because my daddy had the team. Right, but you can't spell offense.
No, you're right. You go from Tennessee's
doing it
best
anyway.
years ever. Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl, but they were never really relevant again since then, and they actually were consistently winning their. And they're like, we have one bad season or a bad stretch that was due to injuries. Let's get rid of everyone.
This wide receiver is going to be one of the best players in the league, and we're going to have to pay him $20 million a year.
He could have been one of the best
I'd rather
ever.
give that $20 million to 2 linebackers that are washed and a lineman that's over the hill too. Yeah, let's do that because I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Bang, bang, ba boom, boom.
Fart.
Yeah, it's
Oh, Henry's washed. It's not that you have Will Levis handing the ball off. It's Henry. We're gonna and they try to like
With
keep
a
on the
good-
Will. They were so hell bent on it doesn't make any sense, man. And
Will never got a fair shake either. He got to play 1 year. You're a rookie.
but he shouldn't have been in there. Like if you really wanted to have him be the guy, then you ride Tannehill until he's
right?
treads off the tires, and then you bring in the guy who sat on the bench. Jordan Love.
They were chasing. They were pulling a MMFB. They were chasing. They were throwing good money after bad money
Yeah, for like no reason though.
for no reason though. Malik Willis, when you don't hit on your first round pick, you set your at the quarterback position. You know, they say it's 5 years.
They
You
went
set-
back to
you set your
back.
program. They went back to back.
Why they had Ryan while they were winning? It's like they
While
wanted.
they're winning.
Why they wanted to lose? Like Ryan was still like 33. It's like he's not.
You
He's
don't
not
feel like a
43.
sabotage?
Yeah,
You blew up something that worked. It worked.
worked well.
You could have let Ryan play for 3 more years, 4 more years, and brought somebody on and let him Steve Young it, let him Aaron Rodgers it, let him hold a clipboard.
Yeah, Jordan Love. There's examples
yeah,
of
yeah.
sitting there for 3 or 4 years and
Do
coming
that.
out
We're
looking
paying
like
you for it, so sit here and learn.
and
You're gonna
learn.
be the man one
Be
day.
a good teammate. That also teaches you to be a good teammate. You're not trying to snipe someone's job. You know what I mean? Like no, let's just keep drafting quarterbacks.
And then those 2 first-round picks that they used for Malik and for Willis, or for
Willis
Levis,
was third, I think, or Levis was the third rounder,
Yeah,
I think. Which
they
is
could have used for linemen and
Yeah.
done their thing. Grabbed another wide receiver in the 3rd or 4th round. They used draft capital and then moved up and hemorrhaged. They kept hemorrhaging. The cut was bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh, it's just 2 stitches. Now it's open heart like this.
no, because
guy's
you know what they
chest
could have
is
done?
open.
They'd still have Tannehill. Then this year they draft. You still draft Cam if you struggled, or you draft whoever, and then you start the. Yeah, no, it
Yep.
doesn't. It's weird, man. How some Cleveland,
did it.
same thing. Let's draft 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
What?
They had a good defense. Cleveland had a good defense. They have a good defense. That defense is not bad. The secondary is good.
No,
They
I
had
agree.
Garrett,
No, I agree.
and they put that in line. The offensive line turned. They got injuries, but
That's why people are shocked. Like Miami got blown out by Cleveland, but that was something that was building. Miami was at a low point. Cleveland.
they're trying to do a Detroit Lions. They're trying to come up from being the bottom of the league. They have Fannin, that good tight end. They found that diamond in the rough. Joku, David, he went to Miami. That was a good pick. He's a good player, another tight end. So he's a good starter. That guy is talented. They drafted Judkins. They have Jerome Ford that was there. They've got Thompson. So they have a running back room that's good. The quarterback they have not fixed ever. And the money that they gave Watson, that's the hole in their boat. I mean,
I was gonna say they never try to sign free
$250
agents, but they did try to
million
trade for who.
fully guaranteed money.
But and again, that feels like sabotage. Like, who in the world thought that was a good decision? Who? I don't care if
Somebody
I'm a
did.
billionaire and I'm writing checks and I'm like, who? What? This guy who's facing all the things he's facing
Right.
currently?
Oh,
Where
you
he's
mean so it's all charges that might put him in prison. I got an idea. Let's give him
guarantee him $200
$268 million that right now we're going to give it all to him.
yeah. Let's get rid of that Baker Mayfield guy that won us a playoff game.
Dude, he's making commercials and he's little.
He's
and
really
white
embracing being a Cleveland Brown, and I don't like
guy.
that.
No, I don't think this is going to work for us. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. All right, Bake, thanks a bunch, man. Enjoy Campbell's Chunky Soups and Progressive commercials.
Yeah, if you're Baker, like, I don't have to deal with 10 feet of snow. I live in Florida. There's no state income tax.
Yeah.
The team in the
My
town
wife
loves
gets
me.
to wear a bikini and not a snow jacket.
Like, oh man, I'm so upset.
Oh, and the tax situation. Oh man, I get to keep all my money. Oh, gross. No, don't do that.
How many games has Cleveland won? Exactly.
Briar Patch. Don't
God.
throw me down there.
They've won as many games in the last 3 seasons as the Bucks have won this season. That's there's some. It's
Cleveland's trying to rebound. They're trying not to be the Tennessee Titans.
there's rumors that they're going to draft another quarterback next year.
That's a good rumor.
That's insane.
It
though.
is insane.
They have no draft capital because they just spend it all on quarterbacks and not good. Yeah, you have to draft a quarterback, but not whoever you feel like because they went to college. It's just be like a random guy gets a phone call in his apartment because he went to college.
Bringing the point all the way back to Sanders with what you led the show with. Here is a universe, one of those universes, that Sanders comes out there this weekend. He had a meeting with his dad and with his family and with his intimate people, with his camp, and said, you know what? I'm going to go be a professional. I'm going to go be somebody I'm going to leave a legacy that isn't my dad's, and I'm going to be the greatest quarterback that I could ever be. And maybe one day they hang my jersey up in the rafters of Cleveland and puts his nose down, gets in the playbook, and taps athletic ability that he has. And that the Christmas wand is twirled 3 times counterclockwise and dabbed on his helmet. And he goes 4-2 in the last 6 games. And they win some games. And then next year, they don't draft a quarterback. And they draft another lineman, and they draft a defensive lineman. And he goes out there and balls with Judy and with Cedric and Fannin and Joku. And Judkins turns into an all-pro, and he's a good running back. He should adopt that, embrace that. This is his opportunity. This is his 8 Mile. He's Eminem.
Boom, 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 boom.
This is your shot. Got mom spaghetti. He needs to make that happen. Oh, man, you're going to talk me into a crazy...
No, I'm looking at the schedule for them. 3-3 might be his best case scenario. He's got the Raiders this week, which I'm sure the Raiders are going, thank God, the Browns. And the Browns are like, Jesus, thank you, Raiders. And then after that, you got the Niners, so that will probably not be good for them. And then the Titans, so that's another one they could win. Then the Bears.
But it's going to take Sanders, right? I mean, it takes him to play well.
Yeah. Oh,
win
God,
those
yeah.
games. And if he went out there and did play well, his defense is going to keep him in those games. They are.
Oh, that's what, was it? Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
That's, I think it was what he was saying is like, we just play a little offense.
That's all he wants.
Give
he
us
would stay there.
A little offense.
Like, come on, man. Don't you want to play in a game that you're competitively in? That's they're all alphas. Every single one of those guys. So make it personal. Like, oh, what are you, a bitch? You want to lose like this? We're getting beat by 20 every week. Where's your pride, dude? You used to be the best player on your team. And now you're about a bitch. A bitch. You're a bitch. Man, tap that primal. Go find your alpha again. Because they all want to... You have to shred away being a millionaire and doing commercials and going out to parties and white girls. You gotta save all that, man.
Kind of went off the rails there.
Well, I mean, we like what we like. Girls, they love me. I sang that song this week, and someone finished the song. I was clean AF in a 3-piece suit. Oh man, the light pinstripe. In a gray vest, it had a burnt, like a burgundy, a very thin stripe. Oh, so clean. And it matched my shoes. And my tie matched my belt and the pinstripe and my shoes. I go into a room and they said, Jesus. In that room, I said, girls, they love me. And someone in the corner room said, I'm the overweight lover, Heavy D. And then I reply, I'm the overweight lover, Heavy C. Because my name starts with C. And she looked over, damn right. You're looking good. You losing some weight?
Right.
Man, I'm gaining attention. That's what, I don't know what I'm losing.
Losing weight and gaining attention.
That was just birth. That's trademarked.
TM.
Only on the ADHD show. That's abused.
All right, let's blow through these NFL picks.
Let's do it.
And we'll get out of here. Pittsburgh, Chicago.
I'm going to take...
Yeah. I know.
Bless. It hurts because Steelers' offense is so inept. They're so bad. But
Rodgers might play.
Well.
They're saying he might play with his broken left hand.
Daniel Russo's going to fight? I'm taking Chicago.
Wow.
You can have Daniel LaRusso. I'm going to take Johnny. I'm taking Chicago.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh. Why not?
Okay. The defense could show up. All right, so that's...
Chris Paul announces he is retiring. Breaking news.
Where'd he go to school?
No.
Okay.
I'm not-
Patriots at Cincinnati.
I mean, Patriots.
No Jamar Chase. Gross. That game could get out of hand fast.
Friggity fast, yeah.
Who's
yeah,
gonna
New
catch
England's going to
the
be the
ball
number
better?
one seed, and I want to possibly put belts around necks for reasons that aren't sexual.
If they cannot sip the Kool-Aid, when the game's over, everybody on the team smells a piece of cloth that has chloroform in it, and you stick them in a room without a phone
I can absolutely see them
and social media.
beating themselves in the playoffs. Absolutely.
It's a year too early.
Yep.
I think anybody that has an intelligent thought bouncing in between their ears will say that New England is better. They got their guy.
They got their coach.
They got their coach.
Yeah.
They got a running back.
Yeah, they're
By the way, he blew the up in the last 3 weeks. That guy. They didn't play him. They played Stevenson. They played Ramondre, and they're like, okay, we're going to go with this guy. And then he got hurt. And they look at him, and they said, you're in. And he just hit that button. His eye turned green, and that little smirk, and then he swelled up and needed a new jersey. He's a monster. So that team is running right. The defense is playing well. It's a year too early. But it's going to be New England and Buffalo for a couple years. That Josh has got his hands full. Buffalo's got their hands full. New England is not going anywhere. They're now they're the Detroit Lions. They're a year early when Detroit was talking about biting kneecaps.
Yeah.
That's the New England of this year. They're gonna be there. They're gonna have to lose, and maybe lose next year in the AFC Championship game. They'll lose this year in the second round, but they're gonna bleed out of their mouth and
It
they're gonna
does
taste it.
feel like a slow changing of the guard. You're getting the Broncos. That also feels early.
And they're not fixed. They're not right. They're not right offensively, and they're
No.
winning. That defense is as good as we talked about.
It
I
just
talked
took 'em
about,
some-
We talked about that defense. I talked about that defense.
No. We to be fair, we were all on the defensive bandwagon at the beginning of the season, but then they didn't play so hot for
I
a
was
few
on their
bit.
#humble last year. They were a great defense. When Chubbs was there, they had a great defense. Bradley was there. When Miller was there, they drafted Surtain. Like, oh man, now it's on. And then this year they started slow out of the box. But if you believed in them, it took a month. Man,
Takes some time.
We dogged them at the beginning there because they were getting beat. They were getting whooped.
Well, look at the Dolphins. Their defense was Hall of Fame bad for the first 6 weeks, and then if you go back now and look, they're like a top 5 defense in the last 5 weeks.
Funny what happens when you can keep a core and buy into a system. You're like, all right, man, everybody's gonna exercise until we puke.
Those
for a month."
rookies take a little bit.
Yep.
It
And
does.
now they fold into the concept, and now they're not playing like those rookies that were missing schemes and.
You sold it for me. We need to have a baseball-linked season. We need 162 football games. By like game 40, they're like really.
Yeah,
You're
just took a quarter of the year to know where my locker was, Coach. My bad. What's the New England?
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go New England. You're going New England.
Yeah, let's go.
Detroit, New York. Detroit.
If I have not taken New England as my
Oh, that's your.
eliminator, I will be.
I'm gonna hop on
selecting-
your. I'm gonna hop on your bandwagon
That's,
again.
that's a good. That's a good game.
I think Detroit could almost be a lock-in also. Cause
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the little brother lock in.
New York's in, yeah, they're spiraling.
We've got Green Bay at home against Minnesota.
Green Bay they're not playing great. They're winning some games they probably shouldn't be winning.
McCarthy's acting like don't make me say it out loud.
He
It feels
literally
like I'm
said, "Oh, it's about to happen." He sounds like you, but he's got like all the confidence and none of it's all unearned. Like, what
Yeah.
do you? Where's that coming
He's
from?
Very confident in his ability
To
that he
eventually be
hasn't
good.
shown yet.
Yeah,
Man, I could be the greatest quarterback that this
it's coming.
franchise has
Oh, it's you
ever-
guys just wait. Like, no, we
Just
are. We're
wait.
all.
Yeah, we
That's what we're doing.
we've been waiting. He's had 5 professional games. I have never been a JJ fan.
You have not.
I like the kid's tenacity. I like his belief in himself.
That's what I'm saying. The
Well,
confidence
I
is
love
there.
me some confidence. So do the girlies. I love me some confidence, man. So be that. But to say that you're the man.
Yeah.
To say that quiet.
Win the game.
In,
Hey,
in a mirror.
finish the season with like 10, 11, 12 wins, and then talk about how you're the man.
Finish the season with less than 10 or 11 interceptions.
Yeah.
That guy's just going out there.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick Green Bay, even though
On
this
principle.
is a very low confidence. I like to put those tags on. Even though Green Bay favored by 6 is, to me, a huge red flag.
2016 is my number.
Yeah, it's going to be something like that. Go under on that one all day.
Seahawks on the road. Sam Darnold's a mess. Sam Darnold and Josh Allen are drinking Kool-Aid together.
From the same pitcher.
From the same pitcher. Like, I don't know what's in this, but I feel great.
INT-aid, yeah. It's weird.
Darnold channeled his...
Is in her Tua.
Yes. His Tua. He's like, dude,
How
long has it been since you blew the season and threw 4 interceptions in the game?
You threw 3 in the game?
playoffs?
I'm going to throw 4 in the first half. Watch that.
Darnold was the man. You remember when he did that in Minnesota and got him run out of town because he threw 4 interceptions?
He bounced right back,
They
though.
lost that game. He did. It's been 2 weeks now. 2 weeks of Josh Allen, and Josh has been 2 weeks.
This is what we call a get-right game, though. They're playing Tennessee.
This week on the Kool-Aid of pitcher. The pitcher of Kool-Aid.
Who's
Josh.
drinking the interception Kool-Aid?
Josh has got Kool-Aid stains all over his shirt. So does Sam.
Grilled cheese.
They're laying out in the desert looking up at the stars like it's Hiawatha and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers comes out with a 5-day scruff that he's, what are you guys on? Well, we got this Kool-Aid. All right.
You sound like Robin Williams. Oh, we got this Kool-Aid.
Oh, we have this Kool-Aid. I love impressions.
I think Seattle, though, is a get-right game. I think Darnold gets back to... I do. It's Tennessee.
If there's a doofer, you hit the deposit
Not even a doofer, because I know we joke about that. But, I mean, like, Tennessee is ass.
Isn't Sam smart? Is Darnold smart enough, centered enough, focused enough, and be honest with himself enough to say, what have I done wrong? Because he was throwing interceptions at the other team, like on purpose. Like it was scripted. And he channeled his inner Hasselback. We're gonna get the ball and we're gonna get the ball and we're gonna score. We're gonna get the ball and
they're gonna score.
First snap of the ball, pick 6, would lose the game. That was the most hardcore soundbite on a called shot. When he called the shot, we're gonna get the ball.
He pointed the wrong way. You're going the wrong.
Dude, that's such a sweet audio and video, and they played that in front of him on occasion. That's funny. That's really funny. We're gonna get the ball, and we're gonna score.
You know, planes, trains, and automobiles, where they're on the wrong
going
side of the
wrong
interstate, and
That's one of my favorite.
Did you see
scenes in that movie.
Tua's pregame speech against Baltimore? It was like the comments and the one Dolphin Reddit I was in was like, I'd run through a wet tissue for him because it was like, it was the most bland. Like we got to go out there and prove it, guys. We got to show them who the real. It was just I got to find it because it's like that. Not pick 6 inducing, but. All right, where are we at?
We are at. We just said that.
Indy,
Sam
Kansas
is gonna
City.
have a bounce back game, which means he's not going to.
So you're going to take Tennessee?
I am not going to take Tennessee. I could, on principle, if you know how much I hate doofers. Seattle's
a better team. I'm just going
they're
based
a
on
13.5-point favorite.
They're a better team. Even if Sam's struggling, he could throw 2 picks and they're going to win by 10.
Yeah, 13's a lot. 14, I could buy it for 14.5, and then Seattle goes out there and wins by 30. They're a machine.
When they're on, they're on.
They are, and that defense is good.
I'm gonna play them. Watch me get shocked.
All right, I got Indy on the road in Kansas City. That's a good game to watch. Everybody has a clunker during the year, and Indy wasn't supposed to be any good. They're super good. Maybe they took a little sip when Josh and Sam weren't looking of that pitcher, and they lost that game. They clunked it up.
Yeah, this one spells, rabid dog, but is back against the wall of Kansas City against Indy, who smells their farts. I'm gonna pick Kansas City. I might be wrong.
They have to win that game, right?
Well,
the Chiefs have to win
again,
that
like things being rigged. Everything is lining exactly like you said, and I hate you in a place for Miami. Like the teams that are losing should not be losing. And now you got Pittsburgh, who's probably going to lose, even though I picked them to the Bears. Then they go play Buffalo, who's probably going to lose. So then them two are going to play each other, and one of them is going to lose. And the next thing you know, Miami's going to be a game back of the last spot
what's
after
gonna
starting
happen.
one in freaking 6.
Mark the tape. 1 game back with 1 to go.
They said yesterday that they're probably not going to flex out Miami-Pittsburgh out of Monday Night Football because it's probably going to be a 6-7 versus 7-6 season on the line. Winner basically is out because of seeding. I'm like,
it's going to be enjoyable. I want to watch that game with you.
if Miami wins the next 2, we'll do something. Maybe we'll put it on the big screen here.
Secondhand sadness is...
Yeah, I get to watch me just absolutely when they make Aaron Rodgers look like he's 28
Yeah.
and he's
to-
discount double checking all over the Dolphins.
But to be there with you when you get double checked,
To get to
I would
taste it
finish.
live.
I'd have to excuse myself. If Aaron runs it in and double checks on you, don't look at my waist
Yeah,
because
it's
it's not going to be. I
Thump.
swear I'm not gay. Oh man,
All right.
what a better day of my life could I ever have? The birth of my son, and your fins getting double checked to win the game when I'm with you would be. I could die. I could be. I'm
That's
good.
it. I'm good.
Take me, Jesus.
Cash him in. All right, I'm
the
gonna
Colts. The Colts. You taking the Chiefs?
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs with you.
They're at home. Taylor Swift will probably be there singing.
The Jets are on the road at Baltimore.
Baltimore. Even though Baltimore struggled
They were sus last
week.
They covered on the back end of that game. Rather lucky than good. I was losing that bet.
Yeah,
And they scored that touchdown, and that was the last score of the game. And I had to have it. They had to have it to cover by, well, it was by 6.
it's
I had it down to 5.5.
they only won by 7. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It was a
important to
game.
buy the point, dude.
Yeah.
Now my biological's seeing that. He's like, ooh, I bought it down to 5.5 because it was at 6. You miss an extra point and you push instead of winning because you save $3 on a $20 bet.
Yeah.
Don't do
They
that.
lost. Yeah.
You can, but you're gonna want to hit the deposit button, not me.
New York changing quarterbacks might come out. The offense looked real sick and tired of Justin Fields. They didn't like they want to block for him. They didn't like they want to catch passes for him. They kind of looked like they were like, please go away. If you're watching any of that. Now they got someone that maybe they want to play for. The last time that they actually looked, not just one, like the Bucs game, when they actually looked good. I know they lost that
Yeah.
game, but they actually looked like a competent
Yeah.
offense. Baltimore still doesn't look great. Everyone blew them up because they won a few in a row,
They did.
but they also did start 1-5.
But those last 2 games have not looked great as they won.
Yeah, everybody was like they destroyed Miami, but really it was 28-6,
That
but
was the last time they looked.
but they really turned it on in the 4th, and it was a 1-score game for most of that game.
It
Two
was
or through like
deceptive.
106
the end,
interception.
the
Yeah.
end score was not what indicative of
Not the way the game really went. No,
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna pick New York as an upset.
Nice. How close were we to the dog schmeckle bet last week? We missed the Giants, who were winning that game. They were winning that game. We had the Bears, we had the Giants. There was another one too. The Lions. They lost, but this week the Jets as a you could do worse. That's 13.5 points. That's a big number.
That's why I'm looking at that going, man, there's no way Baltimore deserves 13.5. I don't care how bad the Jets are. Baltimore is a 5-5 or whatever team. They're not.
Cleveland on the road at Vegas. I'm going to take the Browns.
Game of the week.
That's my other dog.
WEAK.
No doubt about that.
You're going Cleveland?
I'm going Cleveland. Money line. I like them to straight up
36
win
is
the game.
the over-under.
That's so gross.
It's so bad.
What kind of a shit game are you about to watch?
So bad. I'm going to go Las Vegas. I don't.
Like, oh man, it's 36.5. It must be torrential downpour. Maybe it's a snow game. Maybe it's the winds are 45 miles an hour. Maybe it's up in Buffalo where the winds are written. Wait a minute, it's inside. Oh. It's 36.5 points. It's in a dome. Oh boy.
I'm going to, just because this is a pick'em game to me, I'm going to go Las Vegas. Gino's going to look at like somewhat more of his old self, maybe.
Cleveland's plus 165.
Okay.
$1 brings back $1.65. A $10 bill brings back $16.50.
Yeah.
So we got Jacksonville on the road. I don't know why I love Jacksonville as much
because
as I
of the
do,
coach.
which isn't a lot, but I do like Jacksonville.
It's because of Duval, the man himself.
Duval. I like Jacksonville.
Jacksonville and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde. Jacksonville, because
it is Jekyllsonville. I'm taking Jekyllsonville.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you.
And they're only laying 2.5. Brissett.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna backtrack on that. I never let go of the piece on the board. I'm gonna say Arizona. Actually,
okay.
Who's starting?
Not
Murray.
It's Brissett, and there's no Marvin Harrison. And you've got a 4-string running back, but you still have Trey McBride.
But Jacksonville either wins by 30 or gets blown out. So I'm gonna go Arizona just to be silly.
All right. And then we've got Philadelphia.
We got to take Philly until the wheels actually come off. I hate it.
The defense is playing well enough to have them continue to win. The offense, they threw the ball at AJ 11 times last week. Dallas secondary, we don't need to say it over and over again.
Worst defense in the league.
So,
but Dallas's offense is inconsistent. So, do they show up? If they show up, it's a game.
It'll be a game. Dak's going to throw the ball, and he and Pickens. They've got a nice triangle there, and Javonte Williams surprisingly has kept his job and played better.
You shit on him pretty hard.
I drafted him. I had that guy at the beginning of the year. I drafted him. I was like, all right, this is worth a. They call that a flyer. It's just a dart at the board, and it's stuck. And that's how you win your fantasy leagues when you get a guy like that.
Yeah, but you were after 1 week. You're like, he's gonna.
That's what I was gonna sell.
You're
him.
not going to keep
truth
him.
Truth is told.
Yeah, because I did some schmeckling on the first week. I went like a touchdown and over 50, and he did, and you were like, don't expect that to be a thing.
Yep, and it was, and it has. So they've got him, and then Ferguson's the man at tight end. So they got to do the same thing. They got Ferguson at tight ends. Their defense sucks. They're getting some health back. But Philly's defense is legit, and that is what's winning their games for them right now. I expect that game to get into the 28-24. That might push into 50. I don't know what the number is on that. It's 47.5. Oof. Then I'd really like that.
I'm going to take Philly.
The under's been coming in. That defense
has
been unders. The under, it's been disappointing, so be careful what you. Philly -3. I'll take Philly's money line. I'll take Philly's money line, Jacksonville's money line, and what was the other game that we liked? Kansas City. So there's my 3-teamer.
Okay.
That's a sexy. I like a lot of something else. The Saints are going to beat the Falcons this weekend.
Yeah, I was literally about to say I think I'm going to pick the Saints because the Falcons are in trouble. They're spiraling.
They're in trouble. No, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. That franchise is on really thin ice. Super thin ice.
Yeah, they're going to blow that all up.
Tampa.
Poor Tampa can't catch a break with opponents as they try to get healthy.
They had the hardest schedule in football.
They're like Rocky in the 8th round.
Well, they won what they did at the beginning of the year, but it's just like a Rocky movie. They're going to come out of this, and they're going to be one game. They're going to play for the division against Carolina 2 of the last 3 weeks, and they're going to make it into the playoffs with a healthy Godwin, with a healthy Evans, with a healthy Bucky Irving, and they're going to rage.
Yeah, yep.
And he's going to pop his cool down. Bake's been quiet. He hasn't been acting a fool. He hasn't been running his mouth. He's like, all right, because he's grown up enough now. He's like, I've tasted it before.
Chillax, yeah.
Let's get it on. So I'm going to take
Rams. I
take the Rams.
Yeah,
as well.
they're on fire. Seven's a little hot there for the.
And then Monday night, you've got Carolina on the road at San Fran.
I think San Francisco loves to play well in primetime. They play so good in primetime.
Carolina. Bryce is selling his soul. He's selling other people's. He's for these fourth quarter comebacks.
I just don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong.
He's a little guy. I don't see it either.
I
wanted to cheer for Bryce Young. I bought his rookie.
Not this game, but
I bought him at preseason thinking that he would have a bounce back year. And he kind of has, but not to the degree that.
Not for the investment you were.
No, so I sold all my positions with him. you break even, you make a few extra dollars, but nothing great.
He is currently this season, as we wrap this up, he has thrown for rounding error away from 2,000 yards, 14 touchdowns to 7 picks. So he's not doing terrible. He's got middle of the road numbers.
Yeah,
Like literally, he's 17th in touchdowns, like right in the middle.
with what he's throwing to,
Yeah, that's not bad after the season he had last year. He's
I mean,
bouncing back.
Coker, Leggett, and McMillan. That's and T-Mac's a rookie who hasn't been out in the field all that much because he's been injured. So it's gross. Without Rico Dowdle, that's a messy season.
Another one. Miami. You guys are gonna thank Miami for that, exposing that he was actually good.
I think that San Fran covers that number.
Yeah,
I'll buy that down.
I think San Francisco. Yeah. Denver, Miami, the Chargers, and the Commies. Yeah, they're all on
we don't
bye.
lose this week.
Lost this week.
No, man. Washington is not going to
This-
lose, guaranteed.
That's the last week of buys too, and we're back to full
And then we
on
get it on.
16 games.
And then the Thanksgiving. I don't know. I'll let the Humbleites know that we may or may not be here Wednesday, with it being
I get it.
a day before
We'll figure that out.
Thanksgiving, but maybe so, maybe not.
We'll
But
yeah.
be here. Saturday is the day after Black Friday.
Yeah, maybe we're not here next week. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it
We'll do
out.
a phone thing. We'll figure something out.
We will figure something out. But stay tuned. Enjoy your holidays. If we don't talk to you again before after Thanksgiving, anyway, we'll be back up. I'll have Pokemon Black Friday stories.
Maybe that's when we launch that show.
Yeah, we can do that a week
Because you'll be
after.
ready to go anyway.
It'll
With
be great. It'll be great. We could do that. All right, Humbleites, thanks a bunch. I'm
We'll
gay.
see.